Hello, it's Ashley. Welcome back. Today I have a fun video for you today featuring the Your Magic stamp set. Now I'm going to be using this stamp set two different ways, two different cards, both Halloween theme. For this first card, I'm going to be using the Kuretake Clean Color Real Brush markers or pens. You hear it both ways. So if you're not familiar with these, they are a water brush pen with actual watercolor in the barrel and a real brush tip, real bristle tip, not like a felt one-piece tip. They have real bristles in it. So what I'm doing with this is coloring on just the edges of this banner, and then I will come in with a water brush, which you can fill water in the barrel of the brush and blend it out. The paper that I'm using for this is Bristol Smooth paper. When you're working with watercolors, and specifically these, you want to use either a watercolor cardstock or Bristol Smooth cardstock. Regular, thinner cardstock will pill up, so you want to be aware of that when you're using watercolors. So I'm just going in and I'm going to do the whole banner this way, as you can see here. And next I'm going to come in with this bright green color on the word magic. And I'm going to try to give it a little bit of a ombre look where it's darker on one end and then kind of blending to a lighter fade on the other end. So you can see I'm just coloring on the left edge of each letter here. And then I will go back in with the water brush and blend that out. This is a really fun technique to do, and it's really easy to do. And if you didn't have these type of watercolor markers, there's plenty of different watercolor types of medium that you can use. They don't have to be this pen version. And I would definitely suggest getting one of these water pens that you can fill the barrel with. They're really inexpensive and they're really fun for a lot of different coloring techniques. So once I'm finished with that, I'm going to come in with this orange color and do the wand. Now you can see I'm kind of skipping a couple of the little sections in it. I'm going to kind of do that ombre technique as well. So it kind of fades out till the next darker one and then lightens up till the next darker one. And same thing with the star top of it as well. And if you don't have one of these water brush pens, you can just use a regular paintbrush that's clean and a little jar of water. I've done that before too if I want a thicker brush or a thinner brush. So now that I'm done with the wand, I'm going in on like the little, I don't know, I call it like a cloud puff behind the word magic. And I'm just doing that same, just coloring in the edge with this black color and fading it in. So it's not like a really dark black, it kind of fades to gray. So next you'll see I made a little boo-boo right up here in this corner that I'm working on. Some of that black went out of the line. So if that happens, what you can do is just use clean water, get a little bit on there, and just take a little paper towel and dab it away, and then you can fix any parts on the inside. If that happens, you want to make sure you're doing it while it's still wet and it completely takes it away. And if you were to notice something like that happened after it's dry, you can take a white gel pen and just color over it, and that usually can hide any imperfections. So next I'm taking the slimline frame and fold die and making my card back. I'll be using this piece of cardstock from this 6x6 Halloween pack from Die Cuts with a View. I just wanted to show you all the cute papers in this, and they're all double-sided too, so it gives you a lot of options. So I adhered my pattern cardstock to my card back, then I used the slimline frame and fold die set again and used the rectangle stitch die to make this piece out of black glitter cardstock. And then next I adhered my image using double-sided foam adhesive. Next I went in with some stickles on the wand and then my sparkle pen on the rest of the image. So since this sparkle pen does have water in it, it can move around some of that watercolor. So I just made sure to do it with a light touch and not squeeze the barrel too much to make a lot of liquid come out, but still enough to make it shimmery. And it turned out just fine. These would be so much fun to give to teachers around Halloween time, or to use for little treat bags for classroom parties. You could hole punch the corner and just attach these right to treat bags. So we're on to the second card. So I already have my image done. So what I've done here is took Bristol smooth paper, stamped my image using VersaFine, die cut that out, and I also embossed this with a holographic embossing powder from Ranger, which I will have everything linked below. And then I went in with my alcohol markers and colored everything in. And then for this card, I used another one of these little Halloween paper packs, and I chose this paper out of that one. I just think it's so adorable. So I took my slimline frame and fold and created my card base using the leftover black glitter paper from the first card. And so I have that all ready to go. Since I am adhering onto this black glitter paper, I'm using liquid glue instead of like a tape runner. It just holds a lot better. So I'm adhering that down with this pattern paper. I used my rectangle stitched die from the slimline frame and fold set, and I will have that linked below as well. Next, I put some foam strips on the back of my stamped image and adhered that down to the card base. I finished this card in the same way as our first card, using stickles on the top of the wand and using sparkle pen on the rest of the image. So this is our second card. I love how we can get two totally different looks using the same stamped image. That's the fun of stamping and card making. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to not miss any videos. Also, please be sure to subscribe to Trinity Stamps YouTube page for lots of crafty inspiration and fun.